Welcome back to Fire Emblem Engage. Last time we did a lot of things at the Somnial, but now it's time to head out to Firenay Castle, where nothing horrible is going to be happening whatsoever. No way we're going to arrive to see this place already under attack or anything. Well, we're going to need to retake it, so that's not a good sign.
There's the castle.
All of the castles get their own artwork, and yeah, this one's pretty nice.
It's so quiet. Where are our knights? Or the Illusian soldiers, for that matter?
What, Chloe and Louis aren't the entire extent of the knights your kingdom has?
You said they were marching toward the castle when you left. They've probably made their way inside.
But then, what of the townsfolk? What of Mother?
Let's hurry.
Hate to break it to you, Queenie, but our forces have taken the castle. This is the part where you tell me where you've got the ring stashed in here.
Who's to say?
Is it inside the castle? Out on the grounds? I'm asking all polite like. Come on! Ugh.
I'm not in the habit of speaking to lowly vermin. That's all that you are, the lot of you.
The mouth on this one. You think I won't get you where you stand? Huh?
I'd recommend against it, darling.
Lady Zephyr!
After all, Her Majesty can't tell us much of value if she's dead. Now, I come bearing news. One of our soldiers said he spotted the princess fleeing before we arrived. How curious. Did you perhaps give that daughter of yours the ring for safekeeping? Oh, well, isn't this tragic? We'd simply hate to resort to violence. You leave us no choice. By virtue of your silence, we will now kill every living soul in this castle one by one.
Please, no!
Mother!
And arrived at the perfect time.
Mother, we're here!
Alfred, Saline.
Help me, I'm being held hostage by this comic relief guy and evil Sire Nijima.
Oh, look, the kids are home.
You Illusian scum! Get away from her!
Alfred, don't go full, Takumi and Hinoka memes, please.
Who's going to make us?
Well, I mean, it's lucky you didn't say you and what army, because we've literally arrived here with an army, so that wouldn't end well for you.
I'm glad you've come. Now we can see for ourselves if the princess has the ring.
Oh, right, yeah, that was kind of dumb of us.
No! Please, leave my children alone.
And also, we have Martha and Sigurd's ring, so now, effectively, they've got everything they need in one place.
Of course, as long as you tell me where the ring is. Ah, young Saline does have it, doesn't she? We'll have to kill her then. The prince too, for good measure. Take Her Majesty away. We'll continue our conversation later if need be.
Unhand me!
Mother! Let her go!
All right, enough with the dramatics. Huh? You look familiar. No, it couldn't be. Who are you?
I am the Divine Dragon.
Such lies. Lumera is the last of her kind.
Shows what you know. The Divine One was asleep for 1,000 years.
Really? When did that beastly woman have a child? Very well. Perhaps you can tell me what happened to dear Lumera then. I've been so worried about her since that awful battle at Lithos Castle.
How do you know about that?
How indeed.
Well, I mean, given that the soldiers that are with her are wearing the same colors, it's kind of obvious how.
You stole the rings? You killed my mother?
She died? Oh, that poor dear.
Murderer. I will avenge her.
Why, I didn't kill her. I will say your coming here was quite helpful. Assuming you are the beast's offspring. Because that means you have them, don't you? The rings of the Hero King and the Holy Knight.
You'll never take them. Never.
You were after our ring.
I won't waste my breath on explanations, but I will tell you this. The Kingdom of Elusia has freed Lord Sombron from his imprisonment.
The Fell Dragon has returned?
Well, I mean, that was pretty obvious from all the corrupted everywhere.
No.
Of course, even we couldn't have accounted for... you. His return must have awoken you. Show a little gratitude.
It is weird given that most of the kingdom seem to be fully aware of Aaliyah sleeping in the Somniel for 1,000 years, but you don't seem to have any idea.
You're wrong. I awoke because of my mother. Because she waited for me. All these years.
A touching tale, I'm sure. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You know, it's actually a bit of an ominous sign they're giving you the prompt here about lowering your difficulty, because I feel like on Maddening, this is the first chapter where people tend to do that.
Wait! What can we do? To start, we defeat these soldiers and take back the castle. I'm not going to let them hurt Queen Ev, or anyone else.
Get the rings. No prisoners.
I was hoping you'd say that.
I mean, this isn't Thracia or Fate, they can't take prisoners anyway. Unfortunately, we don't have the satisfaction of fighting against evil Sire Nijima just yet. Instead, we have to fight Comic Relief Guy. Honestly, I actually kind of like this guy as a villain. But anyway, so he's actually special for a few reasons. Firstly, he's a backup unit with a hand axe, so just keep that in mind because, yeah, if he rushes you with these two sword fighters and also this axe fighter, you can potentially suffer a lot of backup hits. A lot of chain attack hits, I mean. He also has a droppable Seraph Robe, but more importantly, well, the game actually won't explain this for a little bit, but see that his health bar, there's like a red dot on it? Yeah, this guy is the first real boss of this game, and real bosses in Engage are quite strong. I've also got some of these guys. Yeah, they already have 13 speed. I was sort of waiting to check the enemy's stats before committing to any tonics because, okay, 13 speed. Pretty sure Alfred is going to get doubled even with a speed tonic. Oh, I believe he exactly gets doubled even with a speed tonic. So yeah, that's why sometimes you don't want to use tonics like in the Somniel. You want to wait until the actual map itself. So, okay, I think Alfred will go there. We have an archer up there, so Chloe is going to be in a little bit of danger in that regard. Also have an archer down here. They do like to zone out flyers with archers. Oh, and from there, you can attack the armor. Okay, that's fine. I'll probably be warping with Saline later. I think I'd rather have Louis over there. So here's the thing, I think for now I will keep Marth on Alfred. I just want to see if Alfred ends up doing okay, but ultimately he may not. I think that's fine in terms of positioning. And I'll cover the rest of the map as we go. So it is a defeat boss mission, you don't have to kill off everything, and there will be reinforcements eventually. We've also got a big fat door in front of us.
The door's locked. What should we do?
Oh no, a locked door! Who are we, Vox Machina?
There's no time to find the key. Let's use brute force to knock it down.
So, you can either find a door key, use a thief, which we have none at this point, or you can destroy doors by attacking them. And yeah, it is explained that thieves can open doors. There are, yeah, thieves don't need any, like, lockpicks or items to do that, but we don't really have any thieves right now. So, okay, I should actually mention that now that we have the Time Crystal, oftentimes I like to save the most risky moves of a turn until the end. That's usually good form when using the Time Crystal, just so that, okay, I probably want to put, like, how much damage do you do, like, Vander? Okay, Steel Axe, yeah, not even Divinely Inspiring is going to let you actually finish that thing in one hit, which is Unfortunate because I kind of
Understood.
want to. I might even need to use Louis up there for the time being.
What's our move?
So, like, yeah, just checking, Alfred right now. Yeah, he gets doubled and takes a lot of damage from that. But he doesn't get attacked by a whole ton, and he will break on his first strike. Let me just see how much I do if I engage. So yeah, I break you... But I don't think you have break... No, you don't have break defenses yet, so you're not going to get an additional attack out of that. Okay, it looks like the combination of Chloe and Alfred can't actually take this thing out, so instead I think I am going to...
My muscles are yours.
Yeah, everyone... Did he just say... Yeah, I think he did just say, my muscles are yours. Everyone has some pretty, like, they don't just say Emblem engage all the time.
Forgive me.
Apparently a lot of Marth's, like, engage quotes in this game come from warriors or heroes, which makes sense since his original game didn't have voice acting, so...
You were a good fight.
No crit quotes or victory quotes or anything. +1 speed's okay, but the rest of that level up was not amazing. Okay, now you have break defenses. Well, I mean, at least it'll make taking out the other sword users easier. So, yeah, Chloe... Yeah, that way she gets attacked by 2 sword guys. I don't really want to prompt them into attacking from the pillars, though, because the pillars, yeah, they give +30 avoid. I could have put Clan on, oh yeah, Salient will take 1 damage if I do that. I could have put, Celica on Clan for this. Sometimes I like doing that. You know, I wonder if I can actually get a bit of divinely inspiring action going on here. Oh, you leave it on exactly 1 HP. That is a pain.
What's next?
Although, that, Okay, this does mean that Boucheron gets broken. But with that, I actually do get a chain attack. Of course, the chain attack has to hit for this to work.
Need some help?
And it didn't. Right, that changes things. Kind of. Actually, it does sort of very much change things right now, because I wanted to try and take out that archer, but instead I think I'm going to have to... I don't like Vander getting the killing blow on things, but it is necessary here. Of course, now you hit.
I was 1 step behind.
Yeah, this is the thing that does actually bug me somewhat. Unlike Awakening, where in pair-up, you still gain experience, like if the pair-up attacker finishes off an enemy, that's not the case with chain attacks in Engage. I do kind of want Louis over here anyway, but I'm not going to immediately engage with Sigurd, because I feel like the enemies here are going to line themselves up. If I do that, is that going to expose people? Because that means that one thing can attack 14. Okay. Aha! Actually, hang on a minute. I can chain guard. That way Boucheron definitely won't die. Or, you know, Celica could warp Ragnarok and explode that, but let's not do that just yet. So yeah, we have chess on this map.
The castle's under siege. Mighty fine time to nab some treasure.
And while we don't have any thieves, the enemy definitely has thieves.
Thieves? Here? Now? That's the last thing we need. We'd better stop them.
I was saving Celica's warp or Louis' engage for taking down that thief. Now, the interesting thing about treasure chests in Engage, and I think this is the first Fire Emblem that works this way, anybody can open treasure chests in this game. And so there's a bit of time pressure on this map. You have to make sure that this thief doesn't run away with the treasure. And this is what often happens if you chain guard, the enemy goes for the chain guarder instead of the one who's being chain guarded, but still. Oftentimes, like, okay, I find that, like, in theory, this is a good way to encourage... Wow, you're not even doubling. That's sad. But in theory, this is a good way to encourage, like, you know, not turtling in maps. The problem I find with this is that if, like, even if, like, you let an enemy thief loot all the chests on a map, you only lose those items if the thief runs away from the entire map as well. you get everything in their inventory if you kill them. So, really, like, you have a lot of time to catch this thief. You can wait and let him loot both these chests, then let him get all the way, like, here, and then kill him, and you will still get all of the items. Like, personally, I preferred how things worked in the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblems, where, you could only obtain one item from an enemy thief, so you actually were incentivized to hurry. Hey, Clan can actually finish this guy, but Clan can't quite finish the other guy. I've also got a Myrmidon down there that I may need to, be slightly concerned about, but okay, let's, actually, maybe I can show off. I don't really think I'm gonna get a whole lot of use out of Divinely Inspiring for now. Yeah, see, that's break, and I get the crit bonus. But, yeah, Aaliyah can kill this, so, yeah. Normally I have Marth on Aaliyah for this chapter, so this is something new. But I got Navarre, I may as well use him. Okay, that was actually a lot of experience. This guy I am a little concerned about, though. Because I might actually need Clan, depending on how things go. Although, yeah, let's do something a little weird here. Because, like, sword users don't have increased evasion against axes in this game. Of course, axes still have fairly low accuracy. But you can now... how much... yeah, I wonder if this is going to make a difference. Probably won't, but I'll try. It's funny how Boucheron is now hitting with chain attacks at the one time that I don't really, like, totally need him to. There are a lot of enemies up here, though, that I probably need to start dealing with. Although, now that I have break defenses... yes, now that I have break defenses, Alfred can actually kill this guy. If he doesn't miss. Well, that's the break. And there we go, okay, good.
This is what I trained for.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably a Marth-specific quote.
I'm getting hungry.
That's a weird thing to say when you're, like, kinda dying. That does not kill you. Okay, then. But I need to get you out of the archer's range. And Clan can kill one of those fighters. Also, that is break. Applying break from a distance can be useful just to neuter enemies for others to go after. Oh, right, there is the sword guy down there. So, if I engage now...
won't you join me?
Won't you join the dance? Override through... I do like to use my override a little later, though. He can override and kill that and severely damage the other one at the same time. Which ones can Saline reach, though? Oh, Saline can reach both of them. Oh, she one-rounds that guy just naturally. Okay, then it's probably fine that I don't override. I sort of like to save override for that little one-way corridor, because, or like one-tile corridor.
All flowers eventually wilt.
That's a cool line, though. I feel like she wouldn't have actually finished that enemy without her skill there. But yeah, this corridor right here, override is basically made for this corridor. And again, that needs to die. However, yeah, Clan can get rid of this guy. I like how there's just that big red X if your attack will kill.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Now, I hope I see magic. Okay, Clan's actually doing pretty well for me right now. Yeah, like, this is more magic than Clan usually gets.
I'm not even tired.
Even though I'm half dead. Yeah, so nah, she can't even reach there. It would have been funny if Clan could kill that. So somebody needs to get this Myrmidon. And I don't really like that somebody being Vander. Less because I don't want him to gain experience, and more because I just don't want Vander to be this far away from the action.
I'll take this.
Oh, I had a feeling that might happen. Okay. Well, I mean, this probably means that Etier is getting hit, and, she only has 3 speed, and you got 14 attack on... Does that actually kill her? I think it might. In that case, I may have to emergency engage with Louis and have Louis kill that, because I think that actually does kill SEA. What's my best accuracy here? This is always a problem when, like, you kind of... Well, man, I couldn't have used the engage attack anyway because there wasn't a free space around you. But, like, sometimes you want to use the engage attack just to not miss. I don't exactly need to heal Louis, but still.
Thank you.
Yeah, Louis' voice is pretty nice. Don't think I've really... Like, I actually thought he might have been DC... Like, not DC Douglas, but, like, I guess maybe DC Douglas when I first heard him, but he's not. Yeah, DC Douglas is definitely different sounding.
I will not forget your loss.
And, okay, yeah, that is a little bit of a pain, but I can deal with that. Okay, so the initial rush of enemies is gone. There are, like, way more sword fighters on maddening mode, so I'm kind of used to that. But yeah, this situation right here, this is actually where the game really wants you to have Sigurd over here and use Override. Unfortunately, as great as of a movements as you have with Sigurd, I don't think... Yeah, I can't quite get all the way. But I guess next turn, maybe.
We'll get through this.
Hopefully we'll get through this. And right here, because I'm not, like, going to be breaking you or anything... Oh, yeah, you're a covert. So, in fact, a mage would be pretty good there. But I want to warp Celica somewhere else. Okay, thankfully, I can heal you. Just got enough movement to heal you. Worried that I wouldn't, but now... see, oftentimes, I like to warp Saline in there. Don't think any of you have, like, range on you. Okay, so how far can you walk with Celica?
Emblem, engage!
Okay, yeah, you can warp in here. Okay, there... Okay. Now, so the game is telling me that this thief can attack her, and normally that would be really, really bad. The thing is, it's not hugely terrible, because the thief prioritizes going for the chests over actually, like, attacking you, but you do have to be aware of that because, like, when it comes to taking counterattacks from that thief, thieves are very dangerous in Engage. They kind of made Thief more of a combat-oriented class.
All flowers eventually
Because anybody can unlock chests in this game, their utility is not necessary. Like, they're not necessary for that kind of utility value.
It looks like we can break that wall. We could catch the enemy by surprise if we do that.
So we have breakable objects over here. They kind of want you to split your army evenly and do a pincer attack from both the chest area and the area with the door. The problem is, especially on Maddening, I actually find it's a lot more effective to just send everyone through this southern door and just send like maybe 1 or 2 people up here to stop the thief. Which is kind of not really what the game wants you to do, but it kind of, yeah, my hit rate is way too low for that. But it kind of ends up being... Oh, you don't have the javelin equipped. That's annoying. I wonder if Alfred could just go back here, equip the javelin, use vulnerary. I only have 1 more turn left on Marth, but I've already used Marth's engage attack. As for Chloe, there is 1 archer up there. And everyone else is just going to kind of cluster around this door. If you try to put, like, a ranged attacker up here, they usually will not fall for that bait until the door is destroyed. So, yeah, like, the AI in this game is a little bit Fates-like in that it often doesn't fall for baiting. But it's not quite to the extent of evil genius as Fates Conquest AI. I guess I can start making an effort in destroying the door, because I will need to fully destroy the door later. The clan is not going to destroy that door just yet. Now, yeah, it might look like Saline, like, traps herself like this. Usually it's fine. And yeah, you still get the Divine Speed attack even on the enemy phase. And something that I kind of, like, it didn't really occur to me just because Marth is so associated with swords, but Divine Speed works on tomes as well. It works on everything. So Marth is actually not a terrible emblem for magic. Aha. Well, I mean, I suppose here there's no real reason not to use Override just to make myself move a little bit further. Since this is my last turn of Engage anyway. Sorry, I talked over your one-liner there, Louis. Horse Beam! And that doesn't finish you off, however... Okay, I do get to level 1. And I really wish that I actually did have Lance Power, like, now, but no, you have to inherit it. Okay, so how at risk of being, like, insta-splattered are you, Saline, right? Oh, okay, that guy doesn't instantly kill you. So, like, I could, like, stop this thief now, but I don't actually think I need to. Because he's still going to go for the chests, so... Yeah, let's finish this guy instead.
You need pruning.
Flower puns!
I will not forget your loss.
Not exactly puns, but, like, flower-related one-liners. Oh, yeah, there's that thing down there, too. And there's also an Armor Knight down there, so I may actually need Clan down there. In fact, I will definitely need Clan down there. How much damage do you do just straight up? 19? Yeah, Clan has defense. He can actually afford to take 1 hit from that. And, since you're going to be attacking in melee, I guess I can equip Surge. And just show off how good that is. Now I'm just kind of wondering whether I could have surged the first Armor Knight here.
You were a good fight.
Okay, Alfred's leveling up at, like, to a decent extent. I forget if in this game you actually gain less experience on Maddening mode, but I kind of feel like that may be the case because it seems as though I'm getting more experience than I'm used to, and I am used to playing the early. Like, sometimes, like, this is just a sign of how much I love this game. Sometimes I will just play through, like, the first 7 chapters on Maddening just on a whim because it's fun. Yes, I find Maddening fun. Like, it is, like, as far as difficulty options go in recent Fire Emblem games, it's definitely not, like, the hardest there is. But I find it's difficult in the fun way. 1% crit, I didn't notice that. Oh, really? Even with Surge, you can't actually one round. And this is a clan who got lucky with magic. That actually kind of sucks. It actually really sucks. Let me guess, SEA can't kill this. Oh, she can with the steel bow. Suppose I can get SEA a level up out of that, and I should be able to finish off the other guy with just, Clan and Chloe. Okay, right. This is a situation where I will use Time Crystal. Just because that was dumb. That was just a misclick. I planned to use the steel bow anyway. Kind of surprised the steel bow actually kills this. Oh, that was a female armor.
I can still do more.
Okay, let's see. I'm guessing just strength. Okay. Resistance is kind of the outlier there, but strength and dex are sort of the main things you'll expect SEA to gain.
Say the word.
There's like a puzzle in an old game where someone tells you to say the word, and the solution is to literally type the word. Actually, maybe you two can't kill that. You do 11 damage with the Javelin, and then
Don't look at me right now.
With the Surge do 13. Can I get, like, I can't quite get Aaliyah into range. And Alfred can't quite get up there. Okay, so... please tell me I'm not in another one of these situations where SEA will actually die. I actually might be, but I can also put Vander on top... I was about to say put Vander on top of her, that sounds weird. But you get the idea. I can put Vander there. I am just going to go for this for the guaranteed break. Even though that's... yeah, so the enemy gets their weapon back after one combat or at the start of the enemy phase. So break doesn't like last through their turn or anything. I think Alfred's fine not healing. And this is really weird, but I actually have to put Clan here. Because it's the only way I stop SEA getting attacked. Okay, meanwhile, in Louis and Chloe's excellent adventure... I think I am planning on actually using Louis and not Chloe, so I actually will take the kill with him.
Was that sufficient?
yes, I would definitely say that was sufficient. I like the big shields that Armor Knights have in this game. So I guess Louis could kind of use a Slim Lance. So I may as well just okay, yeah, let's reduce that to 2. Like, I may as well just damage this in preparation for later, because I think I will try and pincer, but okay. Oh yeah, well, he went for Vander, and that's fine, because it's a break. So that means that somebody else can finish that. And yeah, as you can see, even though this guy has a hand axe, he didn't attack Vander, because they're set to only charge, like, all at once the door is down, which is admittedly, pretty smart of them. Okay, I wonder whether I should actually get a move on and break this gate. Oh yeah, this guy has a Rider's Bane, so, Vander needs to be careful, and Alfred needs to be especially careful around that. Alfred really does not like getting hit by Rider's Banes, obviously. So you'll be able to go exactly where that door is. So I suppose I can burn down this door now. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me. Door is dead. We've been killing a lot of things made of wood lately. Huh, SEA actually finishes that with the steel bow. That's interesting. I think I would rather try and lure these things in with Vander. Just gonna heal there. Alright, it's because of Divinely Inspiring that SEA kills this. Still, it does show you the value of that skill. Don't miss, please.
Pretty weak.
There's always just this little moment where you see the enemy in their ready animation like that, and you're like, are they gonna dodge? Are they gonna dodge? And thankfully that one didn't. But okay then, now I can go ahead and start looting our castle. It's our castle, so that's fine. Armor Slayer. Yeah, Armor Slayer is pretty useful. I doubt I'm going to get a chance to really use it much in this map, so I'm going to send it to the convoy. In fact, if I send it to the convoy, Aaliyah will be able to pull it out if he needs it. And this chest has Obstruct. Yeah, this is a status starve, and this is actually really, really cool. Unfortunately, Saline can't use that in her default class. She needs to be promoted to use starves. But yeah, this basically creates a barrier for like 1 turn. I feel like it's a better application of the light rune mechanic from the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem games, and also Radiant Dawn, because yeah, don't really know why they decided to make the light rune return in Radiant Dawn when it wasn't really that necessary, but I mean, not so much necessary, more when it wasn't really that useful, but I guess it did return in that game. I'm getting a little bit of experience turn by turn by healing with Fram here. And yeah, no, I don't want like a whole bunch of things to attack Boucheron right now. So basically the main idea of this is that that's a bit too much crit on Vander. But he didn't crit, that's fine. Is that you kind of need to take out all of these enemies in one fell swoop. Or at least as many of them as possible in one fell swoop. So I'll be focusing on that now, and for that reason. So like, Aaliyah, I think, could actually pull the Armor Slayer out of the convoy and attack that guy with it. I feel like with Surge, I actually might finish you. Again, Surge is like 1 off. Even with like luck with his like stat growths, clan is still not really doing so hot in that regard. Okay. Well, yeah, Etier can finish this thing with a steel bow.
I can still do more.
Oh yeah, one thing that is interesting about steel weapons in Engage is they have a higher crit rate than iron weapons. I think this is the first Fire Emblem to do this, and it is kind of an interesting idea. Now, if I do this, then Clan will be able to finish that guy, and then I definitely should have enough people to take out the Archer as well. So yeah, I'd appreciate though if Aaliyah could actually get the killing blow on something. Okay, you know, I actually think I should focus on this Archer first, because this Archer is like probably the most awkward thing for my army to hit at this point, and I definitely need it to die, otherwise I can't do anything with Chloe. So this will be my priority for now. I do like the kind of dark green that the Illusion enemies have. Okay, yeah, if I put Boucheron here and have him use a hand axe, he is in chain attack range of everything. So even if this misses, which it didn't, okay.
I hope you find peace.
And I hope you find a good level. Actually, that's pretty good. It kind of sucks that I don't have him and Etier support with Alfred yet, because they are kind of nice. So with that, I believe I don't even need Divinely Inspiring to, well, actually, it depends on whether the chain attack hits. But I could try that, but you've got 1% crit again, and I just, yeah, I don't like the 1% crit existing. But okay. Actually...
I'll take this!
So I don't need to worry about Chloe getting broken here, because break only applies if you're initiating combat, so even though she just got hit by an axe, it's not like she'll get broken in the middle of her own attack. And with this, I can... watch Aaliyah crit now, pointlessly.
Let me help!
Okay, no crit. That's fine.
I had to stop you.
Okay, I did want Aaliyah to get the killing blow on that, and now, yes, now is the point where... okay, you know what, I can make this a little more guaranteed if I just use my hand axe on you.
I'll take this!
Attacking enemies from range when you've got a chain attack ready is a great way to just chip their health down slightly at no risk to yourself. Well, that's assuming they don't have a range attack themselves. Oh, I could have put Clown on the other side of Aaliyah and got Divinely Inspiring. It doesn't matter. This guy's still going down regardless.
Need some help?
Not really. And with that, I get the Rider's Bane.
For the Divine Dragon.
Which may actually be useful later on in this map. And yes, he used Chain Attack 20 times. You get achievements just kind of effortlessly in this game. So you'll be kind of rolling in, Bond Fragments if you make sure to claim your achievement at the Somniel, which I forgot to do for my entire first playthrough, and I want to keep stressing that because it would have saved a lot of trouble for me. So... oh, right, okay, yeah, these two should grab these. This is why I like to send Celica and Sigurd's users over here, because that way they get their full engage meters back with those engage tiles, and yeah, I believe those reinforcements are triggered by either you opening the door or you, fighting the initial, like, onslaught of enemies in the, at the front. And here's the thing, I did say I wanted to pincer strike this area, and by that I basically mean that... okay, we do have an archer over there. Okay, we've got a lance cavalry. So if I have Vander go here, he's not going to get broken. 10 Bond Fragments. Like I said, Bond Fragments are pretty effortless to obtain. Yeah, you have a speed of 8, so I don't think Clan is going to double. Actually... he actually does double, but there's no, I don't think there's anywhere I can go that is in range of the archer that is not in range of that guy, so that's unfortunate, because I don't really want to put Clan in range of both of them at the same time. Although I could do, like, what Alfred is intended to be used for, and that is doing like this, and giving him boosted strength with Self-Improver, but then Aaliyah can benefit both of them with his personal skill. I was hoping that would be experience, but still, that's okay. Chloe will go there just so that she can fly at whichever enemy is the most pressing. And, yeah, I don't want to break this door just yet, because then all of the bosses, like flunkies, are going to rush us at once, and I kind of want to... as I said, pincer strike, which what I mean by that is I send people into range both in the front and through that door at the same time, which forces them to split up, and also means that I'll be able to attack everything at once. And generally, I probably won't end up killing a lot of the boss's flunkies. I do want to, like, focus down the boss a lot, and for that I probably do need to have Alfred step on one of these engage tiles, because I do, in fact, need, and, okay, Clan doubles, but, he kind of needs to get up close for Surge. Okay, well, Boucheron can actually finish this, if he hits. I really shouldn't have said that, but still. Okay, that's down.
Is it over?
You're probably seeing here just how good Divinely Inspiring is, because, oftentimes you do face, like, in the early game... Oh, he doesn't even double with Surge. That is unfortunate. Okay. But yeah, oftentimes in the early game, you will, like, have to deal with a lot of, like... Actually, I probably do want Aaliyah to take the kill anyway. But if I put Aaliyah there, then we do start to lure the boss's guys. Okay, I wonder if this will work. So, Chloe on this guy. Aaliyah here.
Dream well.
So far, Deadly Blade hasn't even done anything. That's not exactly... Oh, actually, that was okay. He's not gaining a lot of speed, though, but more strength is nice. Oh, yeah, and that's not even in range, so... I kind of wanted to put you, like, there, but I do need to finish this thing off. Also, there is another archer back there, which is not in range of Chloe, thankfully. And I did say that I wanted to put Alfred on one of those tiles, though, before the boss comes. Actually, Alfred could step on this tile and javelin at the same time. Doesn't actually kill that. Okay, that's kind of possibly amusing, but if the chain attack misses, then she's kind of screwed. Though I don't even think that archer can reach her from, like, there. And Etier gets doubled. That only the archer will be able to attack Clan? And Clan shouldn't get doubled by that.
I'll take this.
That was so... wow.
I was hoping we had to hear that quote, because you don't really often get to hear those, chain attack kill lines. Okay, the game is really wanting me to use Clan. What do I do here? Because he normally does not gain this much magic for me. Yeah, I weirdly want that archer to go for Clan. But I do also need Vander in position, so I want to make sure whatever that archer goes for, it gets counterattacked. And I think Alfred should be healed here. I don't even know if the boss is going to be, like, in range of us soon, but we'll see. Clan is getting some pretty good level ups here. This is like the fan club is doing pretty well for themselves. So, okay then. Right. With this, I am going to need to... So with that, this wall is down. And that means you have a hand axe. Okay. Now, it is very easy to get yourself trapped in here. In fact, I'm actually going to engage with Sigurd right now.
Emblem.
Just to get out of this little area with these 4 pillars. I once tried to send my entire army down here in Maddening, and it didn't end well because there's just such a small space here, and it's very easy for the enemies to end up choke pointing off this entire area. Also, be very, 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 very careful where you put Louis, though, because if you lure the boss and like a whole bunch of other chain attackers at once, then Louis can get worn down, which is not good. Guess it gives him potential to, like, get out of this area next turn. So, something that I should kind of mention, since it is relevant to Louis, is that on Maddening mode, the enemy AI will not attack you if they will do 0 damage, unless they can get a chain attack. And you can use that to kind of tempt enemies into attacking Louis. So yeah, for example, right here, on Maddening, if it weren't for that chain attack, that Myrmidon would not have attacked Louis. That also applies if they have 0 chance to hit on Maddening. Whereas on hard or normal, they will still attack even if they have a 0 hit rate or a 0 damage. But that whole chain attack thing, that is something that you can exploit. Did not expect Aaliyah to get doubled. That kind of sucks, but at least Aaliyah's defense is pretty solid. But it is something that you can exploit to kind of bait enemies into attacking people like Louis. Oh, please don't crit me. Thank you. Okay. And now you die, so that's good.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. That thing horribly burned to death. And yes, everything does kind of rush you. And yeah, see this thing? This thing is a key adept. It is chain guarding the boss right now. So that is, yeah, that's quite a pain when that happens. But speaking of things that are quite a pain, oh, okay, that is really tempting. I can kill both of these with my engage attack, and that's really cool when you do that. But I would kind of rather... Oh, you don't even have momentum. Oh, no, I think you do have momentum. And Rider's Bane doesn't work on you because of the Chain Guard. Yeah. However, Rider's Bane will one-shot you. Just thinking, because I need to try and, like, thin down the numbers before this boss. Because the boss himself is actually quite dangerous. He has 7 speed, doesn't look that amazing, but he does have a hand axe. He hits pretty hard. Like, for example, if I were to put Clan in his range, he does, like, yeah, he does 18 off the bat. And against Chloe, yeah, he also does 18. Iron Bow doesn't quite finish. How can the boss? Oh, no, the boss can reach her. That's probably terrible, because let me guess, if I use the Steel Bow against the boss with, does she get, she doesn't get double, but she does get one-shotted, so, unless she had 1 more HP. Actually, hang on, if I override here, yeah, this will actually kill one of them and damage the Chain Guarder at the same time, thus getting rid of Chain Guard.
One strike will decide it all.
Does Sigurd ever say that in Heroes? Because I know he's not in Warriors. Oh, that also broke you because of the Armor Knight class bonus on Sigurd. Not that it really matters that much. Okay, now I have momentum, right. Yeah. Yeah, do kind of want to get Louis away from, potential chain attack spam. So, doing this will put me within chain attack range of a lot of things. And I really like to be in chain attack range of bosses. Because I think here you will see the value of chain attacks versus bosses, hopefully.
Emblem, engage.
I think I will engage on Alfred right now just to go for the rapier here. Although that does mean that he'll be taking a little bit of damage. If I go for that, then he gets broken by the boss, though. But, I mean, if the boss is the only thing to attack Alfred, he should be fine. Of course, there is also that Kia death, but it's probably gonna... I mean, it may attack if there's nothing for it to heal, though.
This is what I trained for.
It is fun to watch people dart all over the battlefield with Marth's emblem. Okay, so more strength, more defense. So Alfred's starting to come into his own a little bit. The problem is we already have Louis, who fills basically the same role, just not being mounted. Okay, so possible idea here. I will need something else to finish that. And I think Chloe can do that relatively safely.
Let me help.
I'm sorry.
I think in this situation I'll heal Aaliyah.
That helps.
Yes, it definitely does. But now, right, yeah, he goes in here. Breaking the boss does nothing for me. So I'm gonna break this thing's life. Still no crits.
I had to stop you.
But I did have to stop you chain attacking. That makes sense. Oh, that is, like, almost really satisfying. But again, he's 1 damage off even with Divinely Inspiring. And that's also with Boucheron's chain attack. And I'll just use one of your vulneraries. Oh, actually, that does energize you. That's cool. But that was mostly to stop her from being one-shot by the boss. Okay, yeah, meanwhile, both of them will be able to attack her at the same time. So, like, she's just going to go into a position where she'll be able to warp in later, because Warp Ragnarok is pretty fun against bosses.
Those shiny rings of yours are gonna be mine, mine, mine. Reward, here I come.
I love that line, but who are you going for? Chloe. Oh, that makes sense because of break, yeah. Again, I've got to trust that the AI always goes for break where it can.
That all you got?
This one's a tough opponent. He can keep on fighting even after taking a fatal blow.
So this is why I love bosses in Engage. Bosses have multiple health bars in this game. So if their HP falls to 0, they will consume the stones to recover. Some of them have more, like this guy has 2 health bars, later ones will have even more. But yeah, the boss gets a chain attack here. That's kind of why I didn't want Vander to rush into all of these enemies at once. But okay then. He's also surrounded by a couple of other chain attackers. So, right then. Let's see how I do this. Because I do have... Okay, so, in fact, first things first. Boucheron goes here. This way, Boucheron will be able to hopefully take out an enemy, but also maintain chain attack on the boss with this hand axe. This is why I like giving Boucheron a hand axe. So yeah, the boss is in chain attack range, and because bosses take a lot of hits to go down, you can probably see the value of chain attacks against bosses now. Basically, this guy is going to be taking that Boucheron chain attack every time I initiate combat with him, and that is really going to add up. So now imagine if you had multiple chain attack users.
Pretty weak.
Joke's on you, I didn't even need that chain attack anyway. See, if I go for Vander now,
Let me help.
we get the chain attack with Boucheron. This guy is still a bit of a threat to Vander, though. 3 in the end, Clan won't be able to do this. Like, one thing that you do really want to do to bosses, though, is you want to try and finish off one of their health bars before they get their counterattack in, because if a boss's health bar is expended, it effectively counts as the boss. In fact, I can probably demonstrate that now, actually, with Aaliyah here, even though I wanted Aaliyah to get the final hit. But this guy can still be broken.
I will show you no mercy. Prepare to die.
On Maddening, I don't think so. A lot of bosses on Maddening have skills that prevent break.
Ooh, the Divine Dragon. If I kill you, I won't have to lick her boots anymore.
I'll take this.
Okay, no crit, just a normal break there. So if I go, yeah, so, oh, he's broken anyway. But the idea behind this is that Clan would not be taking a counterattack from this guy, because he would, if the chain attack hits and I used Surge, if the chain attack hits, and I used Surge, I'll be finishing off his health bar, and that would mean that he doesn't get a counterattack. But okay then, round 2, fight! Here's the thing though with this, I can just Lodestar Rush you. And I do want to let Saline get a hit in, though.
Looky here, the runaway princess. I'll make you fly the coop again.
Fly the coop into death!
I am not running this time. It will be you who flees for your life.
I can see this guy making one-liners that bad. So yeah, I was kind of mistaking the last boss for this guy. Saline does have a special quote with him. And I like it when even the early game bosses get a decent number of special boss conversations. It just adds a lot of personality to the early chapters. Just, people really should get more special boss conversations in Fire Emblem. Oh, okay, right, we'll be able to show that off the next time we're in the Somniel. And, this is the thing, I kind of, like, as cool as it would be to do that with Alfred, I probably want to get this with Louis because he's the one that I do plan on using overall, just because I really like Armor Knights. So let's go. I mean, I suppose it makes sense for one of Saline's stewards to finish this guy.
I better get out of here.
Barely not a level up. But actually, soon, barely not a level up will not be a problem for us. And I'll use that back in Somniel. So actually, I did kill everything on that map. I don't usually end up doing that. And yeah, Clan is getting a lot of MVPs. I feel like the game is trying to tell me something.
Alfred, Mother is in the back room. She's okay.
Well, I mean, we couldn't have two parents dying. I mean, Ev isn't the parent of a main character, though, so she's safe.
Oh, that's a relief.
Thank you, all of you, for rescuing me.
Oh, actually, speaking of main characters, here's something sad. While Alfred will continue to have a plot role from this point on, this is where Saileen's dialogue in the main story ends. And because of that, Saileen's a character with only temporary plot armor. It means that if she gets defeated in chapters 4 or 5, she won't die, but if she gets defeated after this point, she will die.
My children, you're safe. What a relief.
We have a guest, Mother. Someone came all the way from Lethos to see you.
The Divine Dragon?
Queen Ev, it's an honor to meet you. I'm so glad that you're all right. I've come here by invitation of Prince Alfred.
Just look at you, awake at long last.
So you must be another one of those people who creepily stayed by our side when we slept.
I am Ev, the Queen of Firenay. It is my absolute pleasure to welcome you.
The Divine Dragon has come to help our country, Mother. We were just in time to rescue Saleen. And get this, the Divine One summoned Emblem Celica from our ring.
And brought her right back into the hands of the enemy, almost.
A legendary emblem. Oh my, how extraordinary. Thank you sincerely. You have my deepest gratitude. My family is safe because of you.
This line probably hits harder if you lost a Saleen or Alfred in that map.
You are blessed with the same powers as your mother. How is Queen Lumera?
And well, this is gonna hit harshly regardless.
Well, she's gone. My mother passed away.
No, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
Some intruders entered the castle. They tried to kill me, but she gave her life to protect mine.
Oh, how tragic.
I'm glad that I could spare your children the pain of losing their mother.
Yeah, I do like this, how Aaliyah just wants to make sure no one else goes through what they did.
My heart goes out to you.
Forgive me. We've only just met, and here I am, laying my grief at your feet.
And the fact that Aaliyah is actually allowed to grieve as well, this is just the thing, like, Aaliyah, despite being, like, supposedly an avatar, the story lets them have actual emotions and personality, which is kind of rare.
I just wish I could have saved her too.
Divine One, while I cannot take away your sorrow, perhaps I can help you bear it. To reunite with her and then lose her so soon, I can only imagine how painful that was. For now, allow yourself to grieve, knowing that I grieve with you.
Thank you, Queen Ev. Your warmth, your kindness. It's almost like she's here with me.
How are you feeling?
Better. I'm sorry you had to see me like that.
No, we shouldn't have dragged you into all this right now.
Well, I mean, if you didn't, your country would have been overrun, so I'm not against it.
I'm sorry, Divine One.
As am I.
But if I hadn't left when I did, what might have happened to you, Saleen? Or you, Queen Ev?
And that's exactly what I was saying.
I'm proud to serve people in need, like my mother did.
Thank you.
Now, the Illusian leader. She said her kingdom released the Fell Dragon. I take it that's why the corrupted are appearing in Elios again.
Now there's no question that the Fell Dragon's after the rings. Which means we need to hurry. Head them off before they can reach the next one.
Queen Ev, your country's ring. May I take it?
Of course. The Kingdom of Firenay gives it with love, trust, and gratitude.
Gratitude as well for all those donations we just made to them.
Thank you very much.
There is something you should know, however. My kingdom has another emblem ring in its possession.
What? Since when?
There is another ring? Here in Firenay?
It was kept secret to avoid conflict. For generations, knowledge of this ring has been confined to the monarchs of Firenay. However, now that the Fell Dragon has arisen, it is best to dispel the shroud of secrecy.
Unredact all those documents, I guess.
It is commonly thought that the Divine Dragon gave one ring to each country's leader. However, Firenay received a second. The Ring of the Dawn Maiden.
I see.
To ensure that no one would find it, the ring was hidden away far from the castle. It rests in a shrine on the Brodian border.
Wait, you put it on the border with the country who's apparently aggressive and expansionist? That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh, I remember those old ruins.
What? You do?
I mean, they probably wouldn't think to check just a bunch of old ruins, but still.
Yeah. Mother took me there after Father died. She told me to keep the location in mind. At the time, I didn't know why. Now it makes sense.
I was preparing you for the day you became king.
I'll take everyone to the shrine. From there, I can continue on with the Divine Dragon.
So, you are leaving, Alfred?
Yes. I want to do my part to end this war. With your blessing, Mother, I'm going to help the Divine Dragon bring peace to Elyos.
Mother, I would like to join as well.
Alfred. Saline.
You have my blessing. I know you will serve the Divine Dragon with honor.
Apparently, Chloe, Louis, Boucheron, and Essier don't need her permission to join us.
On one condition. Swear to me that you will come back alive.
I swear it.
Okay, Alfred is being truthful here.
I swear it.
But just as I said, Saline is not really.
Thank you very much, Queen Ev.
I trust that you will take some time to rest prior to your departure. The journey ahead will be arduous, but know that you are all in my prayers. May good fortune shine upon you.
Yeah, speaking of taking time to rest, oh, we got money too. We're not going to be heading out to the next chapter next time, because our first paralogue unlocks after this, and it's a nice breather after the intensity of Chapter 5. So that's all what I'll be going for next.
Divine One.
And that may or may not be the last time we speak to Queen Ev. She's not really a hugely important character, but it is, you know, it is nice to get that. And also we can talk to the random Firenay soldiers, who are wearing blue, just like Alfred. Yeah, you guys aren't really going to be giving us much in the way of things, but yeah, where were you when this place was getting attacked, by the way? Just saying.
Oh my.
Okay, we're getting some of the level up bonuses. But yeah, overall that chapter is generally the toughest chapter in the early game. And I do recommend, like, this whole strategy of going through, like, both sides at once really only works on normal and hard. On Maddening, I would definitely recommend just sending everyone up through the bottom door. And maybe just sending, like, a couple of people to head off the thief that you maybe don't really need on the front lines, because you probably do need Louis on the front line.
Please.
Warp Ragnarok is really helpful for cutting off the thief's escape, but really, yeah, it is kind of an issue that I do have with the time pressure in some of the engage maps, is that the thieves don't exactly do a good job of, like, you know, stressing that time pressure. Why was there just a potato lying around in the castle? Iron ingots are nice, though. Oh yeah, and these items that we were getting just randomly at the end of maps, they are multiplied by our donation level with this country. Already spoke to you two. I don't think I've... Actually, no, I did speak to these two, so... I think that should be everything, and I think I've got all of the glowing spots. But yeah, overall, Chapter 5 is, like, it's not my favorite of the early game chapters, but it's more just because the others are so good. Next time, we will be heading out to our first paralogue, and after that it will be Chapter 6, which is a chapter that I really like. But the paralogue I'm also looking forward to, because we will be recruiting somebody that, is the kind of unit in Fire Emblem that I enjoy. See you all then.